Hey folks, KILT-MAN here. KILT-MAN back at your services. How are you all? We're doing very, very well. Now I promise you today there'll be an unboxing video. And god damn it, we're going to do it right now. Right now. This box, this one here, came from ASTRADYNE, your friend of mine. ASTRADYNE, a traveller in time. Well, otherwise known as Sir Astra of the Dyne. Now this arrived about 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Well, I've been sitting on it ever since. And there are no clues. I don't know what it is at all. So the backgrounds are completely random. Whatever is in here, no idea. It feels substantial. You know, there's not a lot of things rattling around in there. So it could be a book. It could be a statue. It could be, let's say, an action figure. It feels a bit too solid for that. So let's just abscond with all the ideas and the sleuthing because we don't know what it is. But many thanks to ASTRADYNE anyway. And he sent only recently 2 fabulous almost 3D t-shirts. 3D 4K t-shirts for the Wild Geese and for Kelly's Heroes. Now I said to him on the video that it's that hot I don't wear sleeves. So even t-shirts, I thought I couldn't abide it. Having said that, it did cool off the other evening and I wore the Kelly's Heroes t-shirt out to the boozer and I sent him a picture and it went down a storm. I've just thought, he did message me to say, open this in the pub. Oh, I'm not in the pub, am I? Having said that, folks, we can make do. We can pretend we're in the pub. Last orders, gentlemen, please. Oh, what? We've just got here. Come on. Have a stay behind. Cheers, y'all. So the music of choice for this particular video right now is Angelo Badalamenti's score for David Lynch's The Straight Story. Richard Farnsworth making that odyssey across America on a lawnmower to see his brother after his brother had a stroke. And they had a big, massive falling out years before. They haven't spoken ever since. And his brother's played by Harry Dean Stanton. And it's a wonderful, wonderful film. Very upsetting. It gets you right where you live. Especially if you've got brothers. And I have brothers. 2 of them. One of them, I'd need more than a lawnmower to get him. Because he lives in Vancouver. The other one, I actually could get to on a lawnmower. He lives around the corner. Anyway, folks. Without any further ado, let's get in here. And I'm gonna, hang on. Oh, this is what I'm always terrified of. You know, you get the skiing do, that's your skiing do, your little Scottish derg. And you do your slicing down the masking tape around the groove. And it goes nice and smooth and it plunges through. And you know, you could actually have done some damage to the treasure that resides within. So, oh god. But by the way, you guys probably already know what this is because it'll... God, what's up with this? It won't cut through. Oh my god. Because I'll have put it... Oh, there you go. I'll have put it in the title of the video and possibly the thumbnail as well. I'm having a real bad time. Never drag a knife towards yourself, as I just did. And I've done knife training as well. Oh, we have that. Is it alcohol? We have that fantastic. Sorry, that fantastic big airbag bubble wrap thing. I've just seen what it is. Because you can see through this. Oh my god. Now, what have I just said about the wild geese? Because we have the wild geese. Jesus, that weighs more than it did in the box. Is that bubble wrap sort of magical? Does it take the weight out of things? What? Jesus, that you could rob a bank with this. That would hail it through a bulletproof window. This, folks, in case you didn't realise, is the Wild Geese. And I've just mentioned it, he just sent me the t-shirt with the Wild Geese on it. In fact, I could go and get that t-shirt, or maybe in a minute, Oh, Ewan Lloyd's fantastic movie about the mercenaries in Africa, taking on the horrible machete-wielding Simbas. It is the Expendables from a different era, from 1978. Richard Burton, Richard Harris, Roger Moore, Jack Watson as RSM Sandy Young. Alan! Oh, God, I still can't do it. Hardy Kruger as Peter, I forgot his surname, but he's South Afrikaans. And this is magnificent. I knew this was coming out. I mean, this has been out for a while now. The Wild Geese got, this is 4K. It got a 4K release cinematically, only very limited, I think. Pretty certain it played at the BFI. And it's one of the greatest war films ever made. It's proper boys' own stuff, but it's genuinely, it's funny, it's heartbreaking, it's action-packed, it's grueling, and, you know, it tells you the story of Mike Hall's mercenaries in the Congo and elsewhere, who kicked up a right storm there, they did. And it's kind of an not an impromptu, but kind of unofficial sort of version of the events that he and his exploits, you know, got up to. But I can't get over the weight of that. Oh, why are we playing? This is beautiful music, but it doesn't go with this. Now I was playing this score only recently because of that t-shirt, wasn't I? I've reviewed this movie not once, but twice. What's happening here? Well, it would appear that it's not playing it. How wrong am I? Roy Budd's score. Tell you what, I'm going to go at that t-shirt and then we'll look at this. Do forgive me, because, but look at that. Look at that. And you know, I've got the canvas for it as well. The canvas is in the front room. I can go and bring the canvas in and I can go and put the t-shirt on. Let's do that right now. You stay there. Oh, wait a minute. Look after the whiskey. And we're back. Let's just remove that. The sword and the sorcerer, nothing to do with you, I'm afraid. But it is. Oh, don't fall over now. Look! Look at the t-shirt that ASTRADYNE sent. Oh, look at my nipples sticking through. Look at this. And it's anything but cold, so they shouldn't be up like bullets like that. But look at that. It's almost 3D, isn't it? Oh. Both t-shirts were just around the corner. That was in the front room. So that was sent by, of course, our great friend Steve W7 Smith. You know him, you love him. And I've reviewed the film twice in depth on the channel. I will put links to that, but I'm going to show you what's in this now. Because to be honest with you, even I don't know. I knew it was coming out, but I knew it was expensive. So ASTRADYNE, you've spent a lot of money. Because get on this, there isn't just that turning up. Despite all the other things he's sent over the last few weeks, and there's been plenty. There's another t-shirt on the way as well. Another t-shirt. Dare we presume it's anything like this? And Kelly's Heroes? Who Dares Wins in 3D? You know, who knows? Oh God, I can't get over how hefty that is. So we have, well, oh, straight away, look at this, look at this. Roger Moore on the back as Sean Flynn, there he is. Richard Burton as Faulkner, the guy in command. Yanders Rafer, Richard Harris. I'm presuming somewhere in here we might get, I was thinking we get Hardy Kruger, or maybe President Limbani. So we have several discs. So what is that then? So have we got a 4K? Well, we've got the soundtrack. We've got a soundtrack CD. Roy Budd's score and Joan Armatrading singing this song. I've already got the score, but yeah, it's part of the box set, isn't it? So we have the score and we have 2 discs there. We'll find out what's on them in a second, but in the meantime, shouldn't Hardy Kruger have been behind there? Shouldn't he? And me picking fault. That's a great little fold out art cards. I'm sure we can get that up without having to snip it, but no. A mercenary wouldn't be pernickety and just slide it off. They just rip straight through it. So, we got there's quite a few of these. Hopefully the ring light will not do its halo effect. Halo, high altitude, low opening, and that's how they parachute into the Badlands. There's our crew. Look at that. Fantastic. Proper old DPM. I did I think one video review of it. I wore all the old DPM and my Marines beret. There we go. That's getting Sean Flynn out of some trouble. That's near the start of the movie. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at that. A lot of Uzis in this movie. That's the trucks on the bridge where poor Chris Chittle, who then made a career out of playing Eric Pollard in Emmerdale. Used to be called Emmerdale Farm, and now it's just called Emmerdale. There's no farm stuff in it at all. And he gets roasted alive when the bad boys stop strafing the bridge with all the trucks on it. Hardy Kruger with his crossbow. Yeah. There we go. Oh God, what's this one? Oh no. No, it's the last final run for the old Dakota plane that Frank Finley had kept hidden away. The Bush Doctor. And they're making a last-ditch attempt to get on board. A lot of them get killed in the process, including RSM Sandy Young. Hello. I can't get through that. Hello. Oh God. Sandy, poor old Richard Burton, who is phenomenal in this. I am not his biggest fan in a lot of his earlier films. I think he's superb. A lot of his later movies, when he hit the bottle, yeah, you think I'd be on his side for that, but he loses it and he just mumbles through stuff. Things like the Medusa touch, he's great in that, but then again he's comatose for a lot of it as well. It's part of the plot. Yanders Rafer, or is it Rafer Yanders? I always forget which way round his name is. And he will die, and all he wants to do is go back to his son for Christmas time, and he can't even be with him at Christmas because they've had to bring the mission to rescue Limbani. They had to bring it ahead, so he's going to miss his son at Christmas, and he won't make it back either. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert there, he won't make it back either, and he gets wounded trying to get on the plane at the end, and they can't slow down and they can't stop and try and take off again, because if you stop it, they'll never get it started again. It's one shot takeoff. And the Simbas are all coming after him, grinning, horrible bastards they are, machetes and stuff. And they're going to skin him alive and maybe do worse to him. And he begs Richard Burton to shoot him. And because they're best friends, Richard Burton, Faulkner can't. No, I can't. Rafer, I can't. Yeah. Oh God, Alan, kill me. Emil. As in, think of Emil, think of my son. Don't let these bastards take me. So he goes, and he gets, it just breaks your heart. And these were older guys, but they played the part in this movie very convincingly. Every single one of them. Even who's the guy that plays the medic, Whitty? who's blatantly, overtly homosexual, and makes no bones about it at all. But he makes a gallant last stand against the Simbas who use their machetes on him. My, look at the size of you, he says, like, oh God. And they come up to him, like, the scene was always cut. In the UK, it was always cut out. But of course, it's been reinstated since, well, a good few years ago. And you see him hack it into him with the machetes. He's like, oh, blood coming out. Oh, getcha. So, right, there's the art cards. There's that bloody big box. What else have we got? There is a book here, which I think accounts for most of the weight. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Imagine lugging that through the bush, in your webbing, or in your backpack. 50 Men in the Valley of the Shadow, The Making of the Wild Geese. Now, I haven't seen this book at all. Tony Earnshaw, he's a journalist, broadcaster, writer, interviewer. I think he's done a lot of documentaries and Q&A sessions with movie stars and film directors, and he's big in the industry. And I think I could be wrong about this, I think he was the prime instigator in getting a 4K cinematic release of this movie. So he was behind all that, and fantastic stuff. I didn't see it on the big screen. Well, I didn't see the 4K release. I did see it way back in the day on re-release. But so this is the making of it. Oh, that's a hefty tome. Has it got that new book smell? It has. It has indeed. Man, you could get high. Oh yeah, about the author. I bet you I'm wrong now. Everything I just said about him is probably wrong. I'm not going to go into all that. All right, to Ewan Lloyd, the guy that made this movie, and for Trevor Earnshaw. I'm presuming Trevor Earnshaw is Tony Earnshaw's father, and there's a quote from the movie, "Let's talk about your father," because obviously Faulkner, Richard Burton, goes back and meets Rafer's son, and like, let's talk about your father. And that's how the film ends. But look at that's the contents, chapter by chapter. Oh dearie me. I think that's Tony Earnshaw there. I think that's him. I think so. Yeah, it says Tony Earnshaw. An introduction. Ewan Lloyd, man on a mission. Of course, Ewan Lloyd will also do, don't know if you can see up there, Who Dares Wins. Yeah, Lewis Collins in the SAS. I'm not going to go through page by page, but this is a vast. So there's lots and lots of illustrations. Behind the scenes, obviously stills from the movie. A lot of behind the scenes. There's Roger Moore having a bit of a boogie. Having a boogie with us. With, who's he with there? Anne Turkle. Actress Anne Turkle. So there's probably a lot of background to what the story's based on, of course. It is based on a book. The Thin White Line, which was then renamed because it didn't get published till this film. Ewan Lloyd liked the book so much, he said, I'll make a film with that, because it's based on obviously Mad Mike Hall and his mercenaries, and because the film was a big success, let's publish that book, but let's rename it. We're going to call it, yeah, you guessed it, The Wild Geese. I was holding it up as if it had The Wild Geese written on it, and it does in small letters up there. But oh yeah, this is fantastic stuff. There's obviously casting everybody. That you couldn't get a more comprehensive, background to the movie. Did I see the word Zulu then? Oh, there's a feature on Roy Budd's score. I'm sure I saw Zulu. The Dakota, the last battle. Boredom in the bush. Do you ever get bored whilst you're conducting small unit penetration in the bush? Oh, I think I may have made that up about the Zulu. I was thinking maybe it brought in the film Zulu and maybe Zulu Dawn, which was made not too far from this film being made. Zulu Dawn was 1979, this was 1978. So, okay, that book looks fantastic. And that is really, I'll show you again, that is beautifully produced, that, isn't it? And the weight of it is incredible. Obviously there's Geese. A goose with a hand grenade. The Dogs of War, the best mercenaries in the business. The thing is, it starred out, and you always think, well, what could be what word, nasty word could it be? 4 letters. It's damn, the best damn mercenaries. That's it. So yeah, fantastic. I don't think you can get that separately. I don't know. It would be a crime if you couldn't buy that book separately from the box set. But if that's how the deal was done, I don't know. But that would be a shame, because that looks like an outstanding work from Tony Earnshaw there. So I'm going to raise this to Tony and Trevor Earnshaw as well. Cheers, you all. Yep. That one had a bit of a bite to it. Sometimes drinking whiskey, which I drink whiskey all the time, as you know, and like you get them and you get me 2 whiskeys and I sit there, first sip, oh, lovely, lovely. No, oh, hello, old friend. It's been such a long time. It's been all of like an hour, and but then you've drunk the first glass, then you drink another glass, then you get maybe a third one. I mean, it goes on, but your third one, you think, oh, got the taste for it now. Throat's all opened up. Yeah, oh, here we go. And it burns. You think, whoa, where'd that suddenly come from? So here we have that lovely backing sheet, which, if you're like me, you like to keep these, because on a lot of things, a lot of Blu-rays and UHDs, which have like one of these glossy sort of covering sheets, you take it off, and all that blurb is actually on the box itself, so you can just throw that away. But it isn't on the back of that. Let me just check again. No, it isn't. It's not on the back of it at all. So this tells you all the gubbins. So let's see now. Okay. The worldwide UHD premiere limited edition UHD BD CD release with 9+ hours of special features, an exclusive 316-page book by Tony Earnshaw, original soundtrack CD by Roy Budd, and 6 UK lobby card reproductions. They don't make them like this anymore. Right, so special features. Where's my glasses? I haven't got any, I need them. Right, exclusive, 50 Men in the Valley of the Shadow. Oh, that's the book, Exclusive, CD, oh, so that's exclusive, that is just to this box set. You can't get that separately. CD, yeah, you know that, and the 6 lobby cards. Disc 1, UHD, and it has an audio commentary with action film experts Mike Leader and on Venema. Venema doesn't sound right, does it? Audio commentary with assembly editor John Grover. Archival audio commentary with producer Ewan Lloyd, star Roger Moore, second unit director John Glenn, and filmmaker Jonathan Southcott, and a theatrical trailer. Now that, I think, is on the Arrow. Arrow put this out on Blu-ray, God, many years ago, and I've always had that version. And yeah, so a lot of the stuff on that will be on this as well, I'm presuming. Disc 2, Blu-ray, Jesse, Take Point. Interview with actor John Carney. Jesse's an ex-para, and he, but he's black, and so he's got a connection to what's going on in this troubled region of the world. So I mean, you've got Richard Burton saying things like, Jesse, take point. And you think that would sound really silly coming from Richard Burton. Burton really acquits himself exceptionally well in this movie, running about, all his combats and fatigues, clutching and Uzi, putting a grimace, he looks and sounds great. Jesse, take point. Wild Child, interview with actor Paul Spurrier. Who the hell does he play? Who's Paul Spurrier? Oh God, I don't know who that is. Wild Goose Chase, interview with second director John Glenn and editor. Flight of Fancy, interview with sound editor Colm. I'm supposed to say Colm Meaney then. Colm or Cone Miller. I can't see. Then you got the Wild Geese director, interview director Andrew V. McLaughlin. He did many movies, westerns a lot. The Wild Geese. Hang on, no, I've read that. The Mercenary, interview military advisor Mike Hoare. Mad Mike Hoare. The guy that this film is based upon is rather savage and pure mercenary and totally illegal exploits. Illegal but necessary. And I've discussed the mercenary tactics, I've discussed mercenaries and their operations in the previous videos. So, and also for the film, Dark of the Sun with Rod Taylor, which tells a sort of similar-ish story, but again based on real-life events involving, yes, you guessed it, those bloody Simbas. And you think with a name like Simba, you know, the Lion King, they'd be the kind of nice people, you know, the circle of life and all that. Oh no, these guys will cook you, eat you, rape you, in that order. Hang on, right. So, The Last of the Gentleman Producers, documentary on producer Ewan Lloyd, featuring Ewan Lloyd, Roger Moore, Joan Armatrading, Ingrid Pitt, and more. Ingrid Pitt. The Flight of the most these people are all dead, you know. The Flight of the Wild Geese, vintage featurette. The Wild Geese Royal Charity Premiere newsreel, and disc 3 is the CD. Oh, there's asterisks here. So there is a Blu-ray release of this, which has obviously, I think, well, most of the special features, but maybe not the other stuff, and not the UHD disc, obviously. So, folks, wow, it's a 15 certificate, and the BBFC have very, kindly suggested it's got strong violence in it, which it does indeed. No, it doesn't say that at all. It says strong language. I'm sorry, folks. The writing's so small, and even though it's bringing sunshine outside, I've had to draw the curtains because it'd just be flooded with light. That light's on, the ring light's on, and I can't see jack shit. Yeah, it says strong language. You've got people getting macheted, people getting shot to bits. Oh dear. ASTRADYNE, mate, you've got a blinder. Mate, that's expensive. I know that's expensive. That's why I didn't get it. I don't have a lot of, oh god, your heart bleeds for Kilty. I don't have the amount of disposable readies that I once did, and I was buying stuff all the time. I don't do that now. But that's why I didn't get this. But I've got it now. Oh man, it is fantastic. And it's so great to be able to talk about this film again and again. It's to people who've come to this new that I know of, since I've done my reviews of it. People have contacted me and said, like, I'd never heard of this film, but I've tracked it down, I've found it, I've bought it, I've watched it on YouTube, I've done whatever, I've streamed it, and man, it's fantastic. I love it. This film will not let you down. Great actors, great story, great visuals, strong violence, and strong language, as we've now been told officially. Great music as well. Brilliant location work. And you love the cast. You know, the characters. There's loads of comedy. There's a lot of funny moments in it, of course. But the tragedy is what you take from it at the end, and it will get you. It will get you, guaranteed. Cheers, y'all. I told you about. Oh no, I'm not going to go through it again. I was offered not a part in the film. I'd been 9 years old. I was offered mercenary work several times, in fact, But one time, I really thought long and hard about it. Yeah, I have told you about that. That was where we were going to go and be trained in New Zealand. Yeah. Now I've been out the forces for, well, quite some time at that stage. And I was saying, look, you know, oh, we know what you're capable of. I said, I need to be trained again. I don't know what weapons you're going to be using. I haven't used any weapon system since all of that, you know, ages ago. And even that was the shitty versions. You've got, everything's changed. Don't worry, you'll get plenty of training. You've got the aptitude, you'll do this. And I thought, I did think long and hard about it, you know, and the money would have been great. But the operation wasn't going to be in New Zealand. But I'll let you work it out. If I told you it was like 2014, 15, and if people were going to New Zealand to be trained, where might they have been going? As it happened, that operation never took place. You would have been, and the thing is, you end up kicking yourself because I would have gone out there and trained and been paid a hell of a lot, and then the whole thing was called off because a certain situation dissipated and we weren't going to be needed. So could have come back home, totally happy, uninjured, had a great little adventure, and lots of money in the bank. What? Oh, I'm not meant to talk about that, am I? No, I'm not. No. Cheers, you all. But I do know many that have done similar sorts of things. But they are a different breed. A lot of soldiers, a lot of forces, they officially come out the forces, but they can't leave it behind. And also, because they've done operations in certain parts of the world, they've grown to love that environment. So they want to go back out there, and they join. See, South Africa and Central Africa was a huge hotbed for all this. And people would join police forces and militia and defence forces. You know where I'm talking about. You know the stuff I'm talking about. And they've got an affiliation with it. And then they would go on to mercenary work as well and forge an entirely new career. But, you know, as a mercenary, if you get killed, they will not bring your body back. If you get captured, no government will ever come to your rescue. Only your buddies might come and rescue you, but no one else will. But that's, once you sign that contract, that's it. You've given up everything back home. So it takes a special breed to do it. Anyway, folks, I'm going to have fun with this. The cat's actually asleep because it's so hot. Even the cat's gone zonked out. But oh my god, if she gets wind of this being here, it's going to be poppity pop pop pop. Right, folks, the wild geese. We're hearing the score. It's wonderful stuff. I'll show you that little fold out again. There's Alan Faulkner. Oh, it does say the names actually on it. Roger Moore, Sean Flynn, Richard Harris. Well, they've got great, you know, well, severely mean fighting faces. And then you've got Roger Moore. Roger Moore never can look, you know, like he's wants to kick ass. He's James Bond, isn't he? But he's the fun, camp, frivolous James Bond. When it's an action scene, he won't be doing it. It'll be a stuntman doing it. But Roger Moore's fantastic, and he is great in this. He does have a good sense of humour in it as well. So, and he gets injured as well. But anyway, folks, there's the cards, there's the book, there's that fabulous box. Look at that. That's nice and substantial. There you go. There's the wild geese again. Oh, I'm not going to raise my arms because I'm already sweating cobs. It is now. This computer's wrong. My phone said before it was 28 degrees, and I trust the temperature on my phone. 28 degrees. That's nothing. We're going to hit 34, 35 in the next day or so. That's even here. And then we're going to nudge up on Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday to 40, maybe more. The heat is one thing. Heat during the day is okay. I love it. I'm out on it all the time. I'm forever thrusting my flesh to the sun. But what gets you and cripples you is humidity. And in this country, we really are not used to it. We don't have any air conditioning, you know, and we've drawn the curtains. All the windows on the east side of the south side of the house. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So it goes over like that to us. So all the windows on that side, and because it sort of comes around the way because the way, you know, the direction is, and the what's the word for the transit of the sun, the eclipse, I don't know what it's called, but it gets the back of the house as well. So I've kept all the curtains shut. Why? It's like a fucking blackout, you know. And during the blitz, you got your curtains open, the sunlight comes through, and it heats the room up. Now, it won't make a drastic bit of difference. The heat's still going to be amazing, and heat rises, so your bedrooms are going to be hotter than the rooms downstairs. And we've got tons of bedrooms, but you know, it doesn't matter how high up you go, it's going to be even worse the higher up you go. So, but it will make a bit of a difference. Draw the curtains all day long, and it keeps a chunk of the heat will not get in there. So your bed will not be quite the swamp that it has been of late. Last night was interminable. Didn't sleep for more than 5 minutes. Just snatched, you know, 30 seconds here, 30 seconds there. Rolled over, rolled the other way. Got up, fell over the cat. Crawled down the landing. Crawled to the bathroom. Crawled into the sink. Turned the taps on. Put my head under the taps. The cat was there, you know, flicking water. Go away, leave me alone. Go and sit in the freezer for a bit. Yeah, that's going to be worse. A little tip for you as well, which we haven't got any new ones. The old water bottles. Yeah, water bottles. You know, keep you warm because you put hot water in it. And I mean the floppy rubber ones, like they're a bloody hazard, aren't they? Little tiny orifice that you've got to put boiling water into. And then you've got to, you know, test it all, smack it up and down. It could split, and boiling water everywhere. But it's very strong rubber. And but who's to say you've got to put boiling water in it, or even warm water? You can put very cold water in it, and it'll keep it cold. Whatever you put in it, it's going to keep it like that. Hot water, it's going to keep it hot. Cold water, it's going to keep it cold. So a little tip. It's dead obvious as well, and we've done this for years, but all of our hot water bottles, they've all miraculously withered and deteriorated. And I said, another heat wave coming, let's go and get some more water bottles. And we haven't done it as yet. So we're going to suffer again tonight. God damn it. And what you do, put it under your feet, or the backs of your knees, under your feet, backs of the knees. That's going to cool your entire body down. I mean, you haven't got to put it under your head. Don't do that. You know, it'd be ridiculous. Give you a headache, that. Or the small of your back. Or you can, depending on how cold it really is, you could put it between your thighs. Because that region there, you know, of which I speak, is a seething hotbed. You know, if you're lucky. But it is. That's where it's the sense of your body. Everything's passing through there. And yeah, that's a really hot zone. You can cool it down. But as I say, just put it under your feet, the backs of your knees, and you'll have a blissful, really super cool, relaxing sleep. Unless it bursts on you. Right, folks. There you go. I have been, I always shall be, a mess. No, KILT-MAN. So please, in the meantime, as ever, like, get your kit squared away and let's go and do the mission and get our asses back in between time. Please keep it kilted, keep it Celtic. Gonna see you all later. Those damn Simbas. You get everywhere they do.